I get frustrated like that. And watch it.
Okay, so I'm wondering if anybody can hear me, because I don't see anybody in chat and I don't see any viewers.
Let's see. Yeah. No, you're not on.
I'm not on, so this is a different stream or something.
Nope. Watch live now. It just popped up.
Yeah, but it's a different stream where everybody was already waiting for me to get the stream. Everybody was waiting for me somewhere else.
You're broadcasting right now.
I am?
You are.
Okay, but there's nobody in here. There's Frosty.
The old Derek Frostbite's here.
Okay. Well, I was wondering why everybody was waiting for me somewhere. I mean, I know everybody was waiting for me somewhere else. I'm going to wait for them to come across. Hey, Frosty. We've had all kinds of problems getting this thing actually working right. And so we are here. There's Robin. There's Cat Morgan Dollar. There's Paul. Dan. Okay. We got an audience over here now.
So if we crash, forgive us.
Yeah, if we crash, I don't know what's been going on or exactly what happened. Yeah, switch streams. That was in something having to do with having to reload the YouTube studio dashboard. I don't know. It's all kinds of stuff. Anyhow, you're looking at the face on one of the coins that that Brian sent into PCGS for me, and that little face right there belongs to a 1924 D Lincoln cent. And that little 1924 D Lincoln cent is now in a PCGS holder, and it is an MS64 brown. MS64 brown PCGS graded. I have the camera on, basically on me right now, sort of. But everybody here behind me, there's Mickey right there. And then the other guys, I've got this camera here hooked up for that purpose, and you can see what we're doing here. But now I can do this, and it shows everybody else in the room. There's Eric, and there's Brian sitting over there. Hey. Well, why am I not? Wait a minute. I'm not focusing.
That's the phone. That's not the computer.
I know.
I see Brad's hair.
There we go.
How do you set there?
It's not autofocusing. I had to turn Droid Cam back on to get it to autofocus. But there's this is the little setup that we've got going on here. I know that the recorder, the audio is going from here. Right. So if I turn around and walk across the room, it's going to sound real. So it's got to be a clown in every class, hasn't it?
Every class has got one.
There we go. Okay, so I'm looking at, let's see, Frosty Dam. Okay, so we're waiting for the other people to come in. We got 15 people in here. It's just a number of people aren't saying anything. We are at the Allen residence in Greenville, South Carolina. We got Mickey, who's from Burgaw, North Carolina. We've got me from Smithfield, North Carolina. And then we've got Eric over here. He's up here from Florida, and he's been whining the entire time we've been here because it's only 75 degrees.
Right. That's right. I got fat pants on. I got it.
Yeah. He's got his fat pants on. He wore a jacket to breakfast this morning.
You wore a parka.
I didn't wear a parka. It was a rain poncho. And so we've got the microscope set up here so that we can use the microscope and show you things on the right side of the screen. And then we've got a computer set up. We've got a secondary monitor set up. We've got all kinds of everything set up over here. So I'm going to down my camera again so it's going to be black because I'm going to sit down here and we're going to chit-chat. No, it's not cold here. Well, maybe to somebody from Florida it's cold. What is it outside? Probably 65 degrees.
It got warm today. It got to 80 degrees.
They got up to 80 degrees today, and they said it's
75 right now.
Yeah, 75.
Nothing cold about it. It's 75 out there now.
75 is cold.
Frosty wants to know if you saw the picture.
I did.
He says he did. You want to come up here and do your own talking? Or you want to sit there in your fat pants?
I'll sit there.
Okay. He called him his fat pants. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not sure.
I call those jammies, not fat pants, but It's 70 in Buffalo.
I won't be too.
Cat 70.
Captain Morgendollar, he's up in New York. It's 70 up there. So there's one of my coins that I got back. It's a 24D in PCGS MS64 Brown. 85 in Tampa right now.
Normal. Nice.
And this one is a 1927S that was in one of my boxes. It came back PCGS MS62 Brown. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. It was worth the grading fee, I'm sure. So,
Oh, absolutely.
and then we have a 1920D, and that one came back as an MS63 Red Brown. So these will be up for auction at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
We're going to do a kind of a heavy hitter coin auction at some point. But today we wanted to get together to share with you some of the exquisitely beautiful coins in the Brian Allen collection. Both certified, uncertified, and cherry picker listed stuff. This pile here. This pile right here. Oh, you put it away?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I can go get it. That's fine. Yeah, I had it laying up here because I was going to go ahead and show it.
But this is the one we really want to show. You want to start off with
No,
that?
you go ahead. You go ahead.
All
What is it?
Mickey, I'm messing
It
around.
is
Mickey went right through.
in 1964 SMS. It's only like, what, 30? 30-some
It's
months?
30 of them, 30-ish.
Yeah. So you'll never see. Well, I hope you do see another one. But there it is.
Right. And all right, so let's put it on here and give everybody a look at a PCGS graded 1964 SMS Lincoln cent. And Captain Morgendollar says Ben, he'll take it. $14,500.
I believe he's been offered a lot more than that.
I don't know. How much have you been offered for this and didn't take it? 15.
Right?
Okay, well, 15,500. I'm sorry, I was only 1,000 off. Let's see. Let me knock my lighting down just a little bit and make it easier to see. There we go. So, one of the things that we have found of recent about this particular issue is it is a very, very, very short issue. So one die pair was used for all of the existing coins. And one of the markers, if I can show it to you and have you actually see it, is this right up here. It's a die scratch between the N of in and the G of God. It's just a little die scratch right there. But that is a marker. You want me to show you? Can you show them the rest of them, Brett? What was another one of the markers?
Marks.
Oh, yeah.
The way marks.
Okay, so
You can see where well.
Centric.
we're going to look at the reverse now. And the reverse, it kind of really doesn't look a whole lot different from a mint state, regular mint state, 1964. And you can see how, I mean, even as strong as this is struck and as well as this is struck, it's still got some weakness in the middle of the stairs. But one of the markers that we know about on these, I'll tell you what you got, what you don't. Can we see it on this coin? Yeah, you can.
Just right.
Yeah, you can. It's right there in these steps right here. There are some kind of dull die scratches that are concentric with the middle of the design. And right in here, you can actually see a couple of die scratches that went over into the field and the tip points of some of these die scratches.
You can see one
And-
of the ones.
And yeah, if you go to CoinFacts and look at the pictures of the coins there, you'll see that on there too. This is just your opportunity to see one live on video. It's a very, very rare event to be able to see a 1964 SMS Lincoln cent. A lot of people have thought they have found them when they find really nice proof coins or proof coins that have a real satiny looking finish. Is that a scratch on the coin, or is that a die scratch? Hey, Morton. Hey, did you know about these?
Right. You know about these
Yes,
scratches?
Okay.
There's also some that come off of the United. So
Okay.
Here,
Yeah.
we got other die scratches over here. So these are die scratches. I'm trying to keep things. I need to put tape on there so I know what I can see and what I can't see on the camera, because you can't see the top of the end on YouTube.
Oh.
So I have to watch what I'm showing. That's why I have to back out to about this level so everybody can see everything. So that is a 64 SMS. Let's move on to another coin.
Let's go with the 1908.
Is that 08? Is that RPM number 2? Okay, so this is a 1908 Lincoln cent and fine 12.
Indian.
I'm sorry, Indian cent. I am so used to saying Lincoln cent. So there's a 08 Indian in fine 12. That's what a fine 12 looks like. This soapbox Anax. It's an older Anax holder. And it has a very nice RPM on the reverse. And I will show you that RPM in just a moment, but I want you to see the whole reverse first. What the coin looks like. And now we're going to move in on that RPM. Show it to you. As they usually are. Okay, let me adjust the lighting here real quick so it's easier to see. Okay, what you actually have here is there's 2 extra mint marks, but one of the extra mint marks is the one that makes it famous. So right here you can see part of the upper and then part of the middle right here. That's this part doubled. The other thing that you can see, there's actually a south spread on here too, where you've got some extra mint mark bits that are in there. That's on a 1908S Indian cent. Get that focused in just right. You'll be able to see it. Okay, that's an 08S RPM number 2. What do we have next?
1955.
Well, how about this? 1955 double die. You guys want to see a 1955 double die, the real McCoy up person, in person. There we go. 1955 double die. That's the real thing. PCGS certified.
No, you're not seeing double.
well, you are.
Oh, well, you are, but you're not. Your eyes are not playing.
Okay, here's a very common spot people look at first.
It's a pretty common or pretty early die state.
Yeah, it's mid die state. Yeah, it's mid die state. This one's graded MS62 brown, and the reason it has a 62 grade is not because of the fields or anything else. It's because, well, Lincoln has a bit of a gouge right over his face. But you can see, if you look up here, you can see the doubled eyelid. Very, very strong doubled eye. A couple of other things people don't generally pay much attention to when they're talking about the Lincoln cents, the 1955 doubled dies, is the front of the vest is very heavily doubled. You can see that very easily right there. And you can also see that the lapel is very heavily doubled. Now, a lot of people don't look for that. They're only looking at the lettering. All those things have to be there. See where the bow tie is also very heavily doubled? That bottom point of the bow tie? Right there. That's also part of the double die. Now, as for markers, well, one of the markers is that the rim is not extremely sharp on the inside. A lot of the fakes, the rim is going to be very sharp on the inside, and this one is not very sharp. This one looks like any typical Lincoln cent, except that the design is very heavily doubled. Another one of your markers is a typical marker a lot of people talk about. And I think it will show up right. See if I can get this focused in just right. Okay, there's a scratch on here. I have to let go of this just to focus it and get my pointer out to it. Okay, there's a die scratch that runs right here. There's one running right here, and then there's another one running right here. And they make a little X shape on the inside of the left part of the T.
Just in case you want
Oh, okay.
to.
And those 2 die scratches are rather common to this die. to the reverse die on here. And so that's something that you want to make sure that you see. Yeah, that's a scratch on the coin under the T down there. That's not a marker. Another marker for the earlier die states of this, which may or may not show up here, is right over here. This is one most people don't look for because they don't know about it. Right there. Nice little die scratch going north and south on the inside of the C of cent. You're not going to hear a lot of people talk about that one. And over here on the E also, there are some north and south die scratches in and around the E to look for. Right up here, and then right down here. Bunch of die scratches north and south in the E. So there's a couple of things to look for in case you happen to have a hit in this area and you can't see those little die scratches, or if it's worn, or if there's corrosion on the coin. You got a couple of other places you can look as well. So let me get this set so that we can actually see those scratches pretty well. I don't know if I'm going to do it because it's in a slab and the lighting isn't pointing to it just perfectly. But you can see it right there. If you look here, it comes across here, and then the other part of it starts here and comes this way. And there's an X-shaped die scratch right there on that T. All right, who's next?
This one's actually more rare than that one. It's still at 1955, but it's the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this particular coin is showing you what appears to be maybe just a little bit of doubling there on the edge of the 5. But a lot of people consider this, they look at this and they think, oh, that's just a poor man's double. But look where the cursor finger is right up there. It's right next to a notch. You see a notch in the upper part of the 5? Well, that's because it's related to the doubling that you can see here. This doubling is what you're actually looking for. Now you say, where is the doubling? Well, it's easier to see when you have the light shining upward on it. So we're going to do that. And now we're going to look at it. Look, there's your doubling right there. See it on the R and on the T of trust. And then it continues on over to In God We, and you can see doubling on the top part of all of these letters. Right there especially. See it right there on the G. So that is a superb double die. It's doing it. We're going to lose our video for just a minute, and then it'll come back.
Oh, you're still here.
No, it lost.
It's down.
There it is. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
That's going to happen once in a while. Sorry. It's a glitch we couldn't work out. But we always come back from it, so don't worry about it. When we lose you, we'll come back.
Actually, we know we come back now. We were uncertain until it happened.
Exactly.
Right. But you can see the doubling if you look on the upper part of Liberty. You can see the doubling over here on, oh, wait a minute, I'm already down as far as I can go. What's another thing that got kind of mixed around here? Hang on a second. I'll get us back in. Where is everything?
Poor little laptop's graphic challenged. I know the feeling.
All right, here it comes.
It's all the pictures.
I'm graphic and challenged, so I understand. There we go. Okay. You see the doubling there on the top of the LIBE of Liberty.
That's
very well.
I found one of those in my life.
Really? I bought 2 of these from Bill Feeman. They were both uncirculated. He sold them to me in a box for literally nothing because he cared about it.
Okay. What we have now is a 69X.
Yes, 1DO002 spiked head die crack. Okay, we have here. This is one of the heavy hitters of Lincoln cents. This coin grades AU53. I'm going to back out of it like this, and it's going to be a 1969S double die obverse. This is one a lot of people look for, and a lot of people think they found one until they actually see the real deal. Now, I'm going to leave it out of focus here while I'm getting adjusted till I get it adjusted, and there we go. Look at that. There's your doubling.
And you can see it come straight out of circulation.
Yeah, this one came
So
out.
it's possible.
Yeah.
That particular coin has been through 3 grading services, and every one of them graded.
Really, AU 53 all the way around. Okay, so we come up here and we look at the motto, and the doubling is just amazing on these. This is why it's so famous, because the doubling is really fantastic, and they're extremely rare. There's how many of these are there? About 40, 45?
They just graded 3 more.
Really?
Yeah, more on. They were founded.
They might have been yours. You just didn't know it till after they were sold.
I can tell you.
But could you imagine just looking and seeing that pop up when you're searching through coins?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Right after you soil your pants,
Yeah,
you're going to realize what you've got.
Right.
Soil. You got college education.
That's,
Once you've done clean.
I've only sold my pants a couple times since I've been here.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
And that was before he got drunk.
That's right.
So there it is. That's what a real 69S double die looks like. Now, we can't really get too much into markers on this because markers are a little difficult to see.
You don't need markers.
No.
Other than
Yeah, if you find a 69S double die that doesn't have this doubling and it has nice doubling, I need to know. Yeah, Sissy says TMI. Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing that you will definitely want to notice on this is 1969S double die. Look how the mint mark is not doubled. And the reason the mint mark is not doubled is because the mint marks were placed into the dies by hand after the hubbing was complete. So the hubbing is what created all the doubling. So the doubling was there before the mint mark was placed. So when the mint mark was placed, it just went in normally. What we got next?
Well, we're going to start with out of the 3, this is just the week D, 1922 week.
Okay. So 1922. 1922. This one right here is called the week D, where you can see a bit of D. I'm going to do this for this one, I think. Let's see if maybe this will help us a little bit. Getting the camera set straight on this. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get my camera set like that. Hang on, let me get it in focus again. Oh, maybe not. I hate this. Stop it. It is. I love using it every day. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not getting good focus. You can just see a mound of what appears to be a D mint mark. Hey there, Crispy. Okay, so we're gonna look this way at it now. And maybe this is better. There. Okay, so that's a 22 week D. That's right. You can see a little tiny rise there. Mickey's used to seeing that. Little tiny rise. That shows us the shape of a mint mark, but it's not really clear. And are these from your registry set? Yes, they are.
Okay, and that's the week reverse. Same
Okay.
thing.
So this is a no D week reverse. It's a different die. But you can see how the D is basically gone. I don't know if it shows any hump at all. No, not really. That's more the Larry on there that's showing you that kind of a hump. There's a little Larry on this. But you have what appears to be more or less a normal obverse for 1922D. It's a little bit weak. But then the reverse, we have very little detail. This coin is uncirculated, folks. It looks like it's worn down, but it's not. It's the die that was worn down, not the coin. Okay?
And this is the strong reverse.
And this is the one everybody's after, boys and girls.
That's the one.
This is the strong reverse. This one is graded MS62 brown. Says strong reverse on it. Let me get my light reset so that you guys can see this with correct lighting. There we go. You notice how the second 2 is very sharp and the rest of the date is not very sharp? That's part of the diagnostic for it. The word trust is very clean, very sharp, and in Godwe is not. But trust is very sharp, very nice looking. But the one thing that really separates this from the others, you've got your no demint mark on this side, and then on the other side you have a normal, strong Lincoln cent reverse. Everything is there. Everything's nice and sharp. But that's what we have there. Okay. What's next?
Okay, we're going to go with a...
Aha. Here's a 1983. This one's got clash on it. It's damaged die. Looking right there. You may or may not notice the idea that there is an IBER. IBER is over here. You can see just a little bit of a T up under his chin over there. And that is that part. And then over here, you can see a clash from an IBER. Actually, it's a counter clash, so it's sticking up of an IBER that shows you what happened. Did that piece of die break out? Is that what happened? Or is it a clash from a drop piece? Okay, and then you have this up here, which is the pit left behind from where the planchette was not struck in that area. And the reason the planchette was not struck in that area is because right here on the opposite side, we have
check that cud out.
big cud. Big giant cud. That's what happened. That piece of die broke out and got struck like this, IBER, and then that got struck into the coin. So, hello, Jamie, and welcome. So that's what that is. What's next?
Let's go with a couple close AMs. I'll give you the first one.
Aha.
19.
Scarcity at its best right here. 1992D. 1992D Lincoln cent. And then this one has the close AM design on the reverse. Close AM meaning that the A and the M basically touch one another. There. And then you get down here, and the initials are a little farther away from the building. And you look up here, another one of the pickups is that the A in States looks like it shifted over to the right just a little. On the wide AM, the one with the space between the A and the M, the A in States is actually perfectly centered between the two T's. It's not the case here, because this one is the close AM. This is the design that actually started in regular production in 1993. And there have been just a few coins found from 1992 that show this reverse. That's the D-mint. That's the scarcer of the two. And here's a Philadelphia mint, 1992.
I meant to do that opposite, but
Right. Okay, there is a 1992 plain. Looking on the reverse of that coin, you see that you have the same design.
And my friend Gary does.
This is not the intended design. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take this, bring this up full screen, because I don't think anybody needs to really see
no, they don't need to see
anything
me, that's for sure.
other than this. And that would be all that much more reason that this is probably the better way to handle this. I'll move this over here. Okay, actually what I want to do is
That's a tough too.
Give you guys a little bit more of a view of what we're looking at. There we go. I think this will work better. Let's try the next one.
Yeah, let's, all right.
What we got here? Well, this one is a PCGS AU55, and it is a 1982 zinc small date Lincoln cent double die reverse FS 1801.
That's probably the rarest one I have.
There's only, what, 3 of these known?
Less than 5, I think.
Less than 5 of these are known to exist. And this right here, you don't really see very much yet until I zoom in. When I zoom in, you can really see the doubling over here. There's a doubling on the ED in the States, and then look here on E pluribus unum. Let me get this focused in. See how doubled that is? That's amazing. Let me turn it this way so the light will pick up on it. Light will pick up on it better going this way. There you go. You can see the doubling in States. And we're going to start the bidding on this one at $1. $1, folks. Anybody bid $1? $1 bid? I've got everybody saying bin, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is one of the rarest Lincoln cents there is. One thing that makes it rare not only is the fact that it's a very nice double die. The other thing that makes it rare is that this is a 1982 Philadelphia small date zinc cent. The zinc cents rotted very quickly. So to find one of these in decent shape is a chore in itself. But to find one of these in decent shape that is... Did you ever notice that Lincoln's statue is doubled and it's also almost missing?
It's on the side there.
Yeah. It's almost missing and it is doubled. But yeah, it's covered up some of the doubling on the coin, but you can see most of it. A lot of the top of the NITE of United is doubled. This is why we hunt. This coin right here was probably found in somebody's pocket change. And it is probably one of the rarest double dies in all coins, period. It actually isn't as rare as the 66, is it? No, it's equally as rare, right?
Probably numbers-wise.
Numbers-wise, it's more rare. Okay, and then we have, well, here's a 1990 proof Lincoln cent. See, it's obviously a proof, and it's obviously 1990, but this one is also missing the S mint mark. No S mint mark on this. That makes it stupid rare. What are these, about $3,000 or $4,000 now?
That's fine. 45,
45.5.
Yeah.
Anybody bid a 45? 5. Anybody bid a 45? 45 now. Anybody bid a 45?
Watch out, somebody bid on it.
Well, I only take 10% finder's fee. So, but there it is, a 1990 proof, no S. This will help some of you who think you found the 1990 no S proof, and it's actually just a Philadelphia mint coin. $4,000 to $5,000 is what this is worth. Between $4,000 and $5,000. All right, there's that. What do we got next?
Oh,
Haha. One of my favorites of all time. Look at this guy. 1970S double die obverse number 1. There we go. Look at that. Looks almost like a small date until you get to looking at it real good. Just notice the 0 is extra thick. So it kind of makes it look like a small date just a little bit. Look at this. Look at this, folks. 1970S double die number 1. I know that somebody found one of these. Somebody I know found one of these on eBay about 20 years ago. And it was being sold as machine doubling, and the guy bought it for $6.50. And folks, today, and today only, we're going to start this one at 7,500 rupees.
Right?
Rupees.
You mean roofies? So,
Rupee? You give me a rupee, I give you coin.
just to circle back right now, PCTS has 1969.
73, and half of that is
40 of
half of that's probably reslabs.
only 10 are red, brown, and white.
Okay, now this is the one everybody wants to see. So I think everybody wants to see this. This is the rarest of all 1972 double dice. Rarest of all 1972 double dice. The regular 1972 double die that everybody thinks is the really big maker, that really big maker is a $400 or $500 coin in this grade at best. This little guy right here is a little better than $4,000. And there's not a lot of doubling, so it's going to be a little difficult to spot. Now, one of the things that you can use to spot this, I'm trying to get it set right so we can see it well, are the rim cuds up here along the rim, above the G, above the I, and there's another one that's more distinct and easier to see above the L, and next to the L along the rim. Those rim cuds are pretty much unique to the 1972 DDO number 4, or 1DO004. Now, there's also a patch of markers on the reverse. All these little die scratches right here that run southeast out of the NI of United and go into bay number 1 on the reverse. All of these little markers are on every example of the DDO number 4 we have seen to date.
You can find that reverse.
Yeah, you can find this reverse with a normal obverse.
Yep.
They call those the 1972 reverse of DDO number 4. And you can find these with normal obverses. And believe it or not, kids, these even sell for what, a couple $100, don't they? Yeah, a couple $100 just to find a normal coin with this exact reverse. Is it? Look at this guy. All right, you guys gonna poop in your pants here. Look at that doubling. Isn't that beautiful? Anybody want to tell me what that is? Anybody know?
Is it early? Is it late?
Anyone?
Keep your hands to yourself, Eric. Come to daddy. Oh, God.
Isn't that sweet? Not 1955. Not 1955. Okay, I'm going to finish. Nope, not 69S, not the 71.
Keep going earlier.
Not 72.
Earlier.
Not a 25. Look at this.
Earlier.
Look at this, boys and girls.
Look at that.
How sweet it is.
See,
Oh,
yeah.
There you go. Knock yourselves out. Look at that. 1917 double die. This one is graded by PCGS as a PCGS MS63 Plus red-brown, and it has a KEX sticker on it, which means it is a high-quality coin for the grade. Now we're going to back out so you can take a look at more of the coin all at once. I'm going to level this out just a little bit and make it so that you can see the coin.
You might want to give Kelly Ray time to catch her.
you all right, Kelly Ray?
Is Kelly Ray having an ecstatic
I
moment?
fell out of the chair.
There you go. There it is, 1917. Double die. I swear if you guys pull out a 58 DDO, I'm done.
That's all mine.
Yeah.
Well, he did say any cherry picker's guide you want, except for the 58
Every cherry picker guide coin except the 58. How about this guy? Common, dirt common. Here you go. 1943D, RPM number 1.
Does anybody see the other D? That's funny.
Oh, yeah. We talking about the oh yeah song?
Ooh, yeah.
A lot of people never have a chance to look at the rest of the story. Here's what the 1943 D RPM number 1 looks like.
If you want to stay on 43 SC. I think I pull up.
What are they searching? What are you talking about, Kelly? These little boys here were pulled from Brian's collection that he's been working on for years.
Since 1995.
1995. Is this? Yep, this is what I thought it was. Hey, when we talk about double dies, we're talking about really strong Class 6 double dies. This is the one we're talking about. What do you think about that? What do we think about that?
It's a fat bottom 9.
A fat bottom. That's a fat bottom girl over there.
So that's the Queen song.
Well, I like big butts and I can't.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're grabbing more adult beverage. We should have had a beer count on the top up here. Top of the screen.
Yeah,
Beer
right.
count, just tick it up one. Every time somebody goes to the fridge. All right, there's that.
Let's go with it on 43.
Oh, I like this one. I found one of these the other day in my stuff. This is the one that people have more recently, discovered and posted about as a 1943 over 1942. You can see right out here, you can see the 9 is doubled, and there's doubling on the bottom of the 9. You got doubling on the 4. But the most interesting part of this to look at is the part that I have in a blur over here. Most interesting part to look at is this right out here. You've got this, and then you've got this here that comes straight across. That right there is a 2. Right? That right there is a number 2. You found one of those? Which one? The 43? 43 DDO? So now we've seen some of the best stuff from 43 P, D, and S. All right, what we got next? Mickey's falling behind.
Oh.
Falling behind. He's over here downing moonshine shots.
Mm.
Hey, what do we have here? Here's a 1943. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I didn't look at the slab first.
Yeah.
You think I want to flip it over? Yeah. We can look at all this on the obverse first. We're going to search this like we're going through a roll review. There we go. There's another 1943 normal Lincoln cent. Oh, wait. Look at this.
Dun, 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 dun.
actually found that in roll reveal.
It wasn't this die, I don't think. Yeah, this is...
one.
No, we found die 8. Found a bunch of, like 3 or 4 or 5 die 8s. This one's the stupid strong one. We've never found this, I don't think.
Let's see what we have to say. It's simple. That's it.
It is. Look how thick the stems are down low. Now I'm going to zoom out so we can see more of it at once.
If you were here, Kelly Ray, I'd share with you.
Share some.
All right, there we go. There's that. What do we got?
Oh, let's go to next year.
Any special requests out there? Let Eric know the special requests. What is this? Oh, this is an old Rattler holder.
Oh, that's a sweet.
So Rattler. Look at this guy. You want to talk about rare in Lincoln cents. Get one of these in BU.
That's an old. That'd probably be a 66 in.
Bad joke.
I had to drink my moonshine shot.
Oh, give it shiny. He's sold out.
I'm ready when they're down.
You're not hearing what they're saying back there?
Oh.
They're giving you some solid grief. And you're not even paying attention to it.
I don't pay attention to them anyway.
Boy, ain't you got put on some big pants here lately,
Well, a couple shots to do that to you.
right? Okay, now we want the other one, right? Here's the other one. This is the other. The other.
You know, Chuck, you should go back and look at that number 1 and see if it has the double I.
Oh, the double die. Mm-hmm.
All right, going back.
Going back to this guy right here.
You found the stage. Here we go.
There's a markup to the north.
It's a different stage. One thing that shirt ahead.
It might be see the 2 marks.
No. No. Whatever the case. This is an earlier die state anyway. Not cherry picker varieties, the 43 and the 44. Those are errors, not varieties. This is a variety collection. Let's do this so you can see it more clearly. And then I'll show you the entire mint mark as I see it. Actually, it's a little difficult to see the lower part, but the lower part is down there.
Does that have the stage
No. It has a serif right down here, and then there used to be a curve right here, and you can see just a little hint of it. And then you've got the curve up here and up here. That makes up an S right there. And this is 1944 D over S, number 2.
So they're not easy to see in circulation. So.
It says my audio is cutting out.
Yeah, it's probably lag. It has to be. It's not
Yeah. Probably so.
Okay. Let's go with...
What do we got here? Oh, man. Seriously?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the date on this one. And on the date, you can only see it kind of slightly. And the way that you see it on the date is not inside the kernel of the 9 because it's not doubled into there. But on the date here, you can see just a little bit of extra up here on the top of the curve, a little bit of extra thickness. And then you can see the separation line running across the 7, and the top part of the 7 is smushed over. Now, that's how you see it in the date. That's where you start. Then you look over here and you see this. This is a 1927 double die. And the reason I said I'm showing you the date first is because we generally look at the date first. That's generally the first part of the coin we see. But this one has doubling all the way across. In God we trust. And this grade, this coin is a superb grade. This is a 65 red brown. I have found these in uncirculated before. They are still out there, here and there. Are we still skipping in and out on the audio?
Yeah.
Got better than it got bad again?
Captain, you still there? Did you fall out?
All right. Oh, here's that viewer is number 1. All right. So this is my favorite die variety right here. I have no really good reason why, but it's the first die variety that has actually explained itself to me as a tilted mint mark. You can't tell which one's primary because the top half, this is over, and this is under, and then the bottom, this is under, and this is over. So you can't tell which D it was the first punched and last punched, and which one's punched on top of which. Sorry, folks, Sasquatch is walking across this.
Trying.
It's okay, the screen's just doing like this, and I have to explain why. All right. So there we go. There's nothing else specific about this one except that it has a doubled eyelid as well, and a pretty nice doubled eyelid. You can see it right there in the lower part of the eye. That's a pretty widespread doubled eyelid.
It's one of the early stages.
The one I have, I think, is about the same stage.
I've had a chance to upgrade it, but I didn't want to because it's a mistake.
When you rewatch this later,
Yes.
make sure you watch the part about the 27 DRPM number 1 and how you can't see it.
Okay. That part.
That part. All right.
400 pounds.
All right. We're going to
Next
go with
coin.
some 41s.
We won't talk about you going to the zoo for your MRI.
I'm not 500 pounds. I'm 400.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There you go. How about that? 1941 DDO number 2. FS 102, which is the old FS 018.1. You have just a little bit of doubling on the I in here. You see that doubling on the I. Move my fingers out of the way. And then up here. This is where it gets interesting. I'll turn this around so that it shows better. And refocus. Look at that. Look at that, boys and girls.
So it seems like the sound is regional.
It is?
Yeah, New York, they say there's no problems.
Really? So there goes the screen again.
Right.
We're going to have a short blackout, and then we'll be right back here.
Wasn't from you walking.
No, the blackout's not. Just the fuzzy screen is. We're good. Now we get to see if it actually blacks out to everybody else because we're broadcasting. Yep, it actually goes out for everybody.
Yeah, it pops back.
Yep, and it comes back. So there is that one. This is DDO number 2. What you got over there, DDO number 1?
Yes, sir.
And the DDO number 1, which isn't a lot different, except it has a doubled eyelid, nicely doubled eyelid. The date is extra tall toward the outside edge because of the doubling. And then when you look up here, you can see that the doubling extends only halfway up the letters. This is DDO number 1. It's a really, really strongly doubled die, but it is not very strongly hubbed as a doubled die. But if you look at the BER of Liberty, get it focused in there, it's real strong.
Sure.
Nice and strong. So there's that. That's 1941. DDO number 1. This is probably number 5.
I like 3.
3.
5.
FS 103. DDO number 5. This one's got a shadow of doubling to the southwest on the 1-9 of the date. Turn it this way, make it easier to see. And then when you go over to the RTY of Liberty, you got doubling in the same area. And then up here, you have doubling on the bottom of the ear. That doubling to the south and west of the ear is doubling on now. It's doing it more frequently.
Yeah, we might not be on too much longer, but
Well, as soon as all this stuff resets, it resets, and then we're good to go for another few minutes. So just give us a little bit of leeway here.
She's giving her all she's got, Cal.
Yeah, right? Okay, let's move on to the next one.
All right. You'll appreciate that. Look at the pedigree.
Pedigree on it. Cherry Picker's Guide, plate coin. This is the coin used for the Cherry Picker's Guide, the exact coin that was used in photographing for the Cherry Picker's Guide. This is a 1994 DDR number 1. Very early die state. Nearly perfect looking coin. What is this grade, Brian?
Look at that.
Look at that doubling in there.
Man.
That's stupid sweet, folks. Stupid sweet. And this one is 1994 DDR number 1, 1994 DDR number 1. This is MS65 red. It is the Cherry Picker's Guide plate coin. So they used it in the Cherry Picker's Guide, this very coin.
Let's go with this one.
What do we got here? Well, how about a 95D double die number 3? FS 103, very rare double die. And we happen to have one here. What's this graded? 65 red. I have one graded in 65 red. Was this originally Gene Nichols' coin?
I got that.
I think he probably got it from G. This might be the Discovery coin. I'm trying to get it where I've got light on it. You can see it real well. There we go.
Ooh, yeah.
There we go. 1995 D. Only a little bit of doubling over here. You can see it a little bit in the mint mark area and on the edge of the date. But once you get up here, the doubling gets a lot stronger. A lot stronger, really pretty, very nice doubling. Yeah, choppy audio is going to be common for you, unfortunately. We got Toronto having audio issues as well. Toronto. Dion, man. Clean the bugs out of your ears. All right, there's that. So that's 1995 DDO number 3.
Yeah,
Next up.
I have a feeling it's when you move the coins real fast.
I don't think so.
It probably, yeah, it's extra. Probably just because it's a big.
Here's a 96 double die. 1996 DDO number 1. This one is rare, again. And you can see the doubling. Actually, it works best when I turn it this way. Turn it this way and the light falls off of the doubling.
I don't know. What you got there?
See that right there.
Sure.
You can't see any doubling at all over here. It only really shows in the date up through the last half of the In God We Trust. You see it there on the 6 and on the 9.
All right. But it's something to be looking for.
Yeah. What's this one? Oh man.
Yeah, I know. This is nice.
This is a nice man killer coin here. Look at that. That doubled ear. Boys and girls, that is a nice doubled ear. That, boys and girls, is not a 1984 doubled ear.
You would think it is, but nope.
It's a 1988. 88 doubled ear. Extremely rare. Well, I think there's only a few of these known.
That's the Discovery.
This is the Discovery coin.
And there are 3 others that are tricky.
This is the Discovery coin. There's 3 others that have been attributed.
1 of 4.
Got nothing up here, but that ear, man, that ear is definitely doubled.
I showed you the letter.
Yep. Now, I've seen a copy of the original letter. Is that die cracks up there?
I think they just tried to polish their daylights out. Look at that one.
Yeah, but look at the E. It's kind of weird and broken.
It is.
I don't think it had a long diary.
Likely didn't have a long die run. Likely not very many of these ever made.
Okay.
All right. What we got next? Well, this is a rather common double die, but this is not a common grade. There we go. We've got the Liberty. This is a stage A or a stage B. Is this stage A? It's B. Stage B. It's got some flex in the field. Stage A has a clean field. This is a stage B of the regular, just the 1995 double die. But this coin is MS68 red. Nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. All right, let's
Now,
do something.
This is key dates.
Key date stuff.
Uh-huh.
What do we got here? Well, it's a wheat penny. Just a wheat penny. Look at that. That's kind of pretty. Well, you might call it kind of ugly until you see this part of it. That makes it really pretty.
Trigger.
There we go, 1914D. This one's graded MS64, red-brown. MS64, red-brown. All right, what we got next?
And let's go with the one everybody wants.
Here we go.
Needs.
Another relatively nice-looking Lincoln cent. Relatively nice-looking coin.
Nice strike.
And we have a 1909S. This 1909S happens to be with a VDB reverse.
And look at the strike on that.
That's real strong. Real nicely struck. 1909S VDB there. This one is a PCGS graded coin. Most of these are PCGS graded. This is a PCGS MS 64 red brown. All right, so there's that.
All right. You said something about a 66 over there.
Yes, I did. I said something about a 66. Here's a 1966 Lincoln cent. This 1966 Lincoln cent looks really nice, but what you don't notice at first, it takes a little bit of experience to really get at this. If you look real carefully at this set here, you can see a lot of extra thickness side to side in some of these letters. Up here on the top of the obverse. See that D right there? See that little separation line running inside the bottom right corner of the D? Look how wide the W is. You got separation there, got separation on the E and we. And then you run over to Trust. Trust has got pretty nice doubling on it. Now, a lot of these are going to be later die state. A lot of them are going to have a lot of issues from the strike.
A lot of spots.
A lot of spots, too. 1966 is just not a great year for minting coins, but this is DDO number 1. This is FS 101, 1966. No mint mark, because they didn't do mint marks in 1966. There's what the coin looks like. You'd miss it if you're not really looking for it. If you don't know what you're looking for, you'd miss it for sure. But this one is graded 65 red.
Let's stick with a 66.
Now that 66 looks a little different from this one on the obverse. You can see that this one's relatively normal. Relatively normal. Earlier die state, this is a pretty nice die state on this coin, but this is not the part that we are looking for. Not the part we're looking for. It's over here. Look at this.
That is the Coppercoins plate coin.
This is the Coppercoins plate coin for 1966. DDR number 1. 1966 DDR number 1. There we go. See that part of it.
Nice.
All right. You can even see that there's a little doubling here on the base. All of the design is doubled when any of it's doubled like this. And you can see little sections of doubling that you would never expect to see, like right in here in the roof area. The rough or roof?
It's a roof.
That's correct. It is.
What do we have here? Oh, we're talking about doubled ears here. We got another doubled ear for you. Another doubled ear. This is the 1997 doubled ear. There you go. You can see. Yeah, I found 2 or 3 of them in pocket change. None of them were this grade, but
Yeah. They downgraded that. 6 and 7.
this was an NGC 67 PCGS. Knocked it down to a 66 plus. Right? There we go.
Okay.
Does PCGS still classify plate coins? Not for copper coins. PCGS doesn't even recognize copper coins numbering. So if you're doing copper coins numbers, it would be NX only.
I
But
think the one that he had for cherry pickers was
no,
Let's
that was
try this.
PCGS.
in.
All right, here we go. 1946. This is going to be an S over D. There you go. Take a look at that.
Can't miss that. Not with this microscope, anyway.
I cherry
S mint mark over a D mint mark. You cherry picked this? I sold one that nice to Crispy.
Well, you picked one of them. I had 4 you had bought at the dealer in Florida. Like you did.
Yeah, I got one of those, and the one I've got in my collection, I actually cherry picked out of a roll. This is part of why we look through rolls. That one is a 65 red. Let's see, what do we have next here? Here's another 1946. What are we going to be looking at here? Okay, this one is the famous or infamous, whichever one you want to say, inverted mint mark. It's an inverted mint mark. So let me wait for the screen to come back up. There we go. Got a screen back. And I'll focus it in for you. I couldn't focus it a minute ago.
Don't they have 2 dies?
I think there's at least 2 dies known.
Somebody's.
But this right here is the inverted ball serif mint mark. We're looking for this every time we do roll search. And you notice that the top serif has a triangular shape. There it goes again.
Sorry.
But
the upper serif has the triangular shape. That triangular shape should be the lower serif, not the upper serif. Upper serif is round and has a very weak top, which in this case would make it a very weak bottom. Brian, you in here?
But it would be
Brian's coming back, so I'll ask him. All right, what do we got here? Aha! This one, I've had a couple of these. We found a couple of these in reveals before.
yeah.
It's 1947. DDO number 1, FS 101. You can see the doubling up here in trust as well. Nice doubling in trust. There we go. And the doubling does extend over to Liberty, but it's not as easy to see. Hey, Brian, Adam Chambers wants to know if you still have that DDO that he sold to you? The 42 FS 103?
Yes. Yes, you want to see?
Yeah, that's is that the one with Liberty doubling of
This
Liberty?
is the highest grade that's in this coin.
Oh, okay, so this is the finest grade known.
Right.
Finest known of this particular double die. Here's a 1951D. This is a DDO number 1. Shows the doubling up here in the motto. Doubling's actually pretty strong. I'll turn it around the right way for you to be able to see it. There we go. We'll give it about 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Before we move on to a Q&A session, perhaps, and then chop it off.
Got 4 more coins.
How about that, right?
There's that.
4 more coins.
Fourth, 1942. This is the one. This is the one that has a really strong eye. Look at that doubled eye.
Oh, man.
That's not only a doubled upper eyelid, it's a doubled lower eyelid too. I'm going to get this straightened up a little bit so you can see it a little easier. Now this particular one, I do believe, also has some doubling elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You see the doubling out here on the nose. Then you can see some doubling here in the date on the 1 of the date and the 9. You can hear the slabs in the background.
Sorry about that.
No, you're just making people like they're twerking. All right, here is the other spot where you can see doubling on this. If you look right inside that T on the right-hand side, right there. I have to adjust my lighting on this one. I'll make the lighting a little brighter so we can see it easier. Right there, just on the right side of the T.
Baby teeth.
There's a little baby T there.
Baby teeth. Here's some nice teeth. There are. Most underrated.
I like 42 both for obverses and reverses.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This one's a real nice one. This one is going to show doubling right over here. See it on the LIB, kind of like the LIBE of Liberty? Okay, and then you can follow that doubling here to the eye of N. I have no idea how I can do all this just from memory. I'm not even looking at these coins before I put them under the scope. And of course, we see nothing now. This one is a 1942 DDO FS 102.
So James Conner, go touch it.
1942.
What's that?
He just done it.
No, it's trying to straighten itself out. It'll get all straightened out here in a minute. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. We're back.
You might be coming to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're about exceeding the capabilities of the machinery here. But we're going to do this again tomorrow. Just before we take off, I want to tell you guys we're going to be doing this again tomorrow. But what we're going to be doing tomorrow, so we're going to be looking through all of the stuff that we found at the show here in South Carolina. not Greensboro, not Green. There's so many greens and golds and stuff. Here's another 1942 double die. This one's DDO FS 104. What is that? DDO number 2 or 3?
2. Oh, no.
3. That one also has just a little bit of doubling on the T there.
Joe,
That's
what
103.
you can show the
Yeah, this is FS 103. This is the one that's. Is this the coin that Adam sold to you?
Yes.
Okay.
65 red brown?
Yeah.
This is the later die.
No, this is 64 red.
No, that's not the 102.
Wait a minute.
This is FS 104. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
103.
That one's coming up
Yeah,
next. We're getting bought done.
Okay. This one's FS 103. PCGS MS65 red brown. And this one, the doubling is most obvious. You can see just a little bit of it right here inside the 9, the date. And then it has a really nice extended doubled I. And it also has some doubling up in the motto right there, inside of the T. And then you can see it over here inside the U. Right there. Okay. And I don't think it has anything down here, but it could. Can't remember. No, it doesn't have anything over
The ear is
the ear. No, the ear is on the 41 of the 5.
Somebody wanted to see this. Forgot who asked.
Somebody has to see
Oh,
this.
Joe McBride.
Joe, with the 1917 again.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Let's get this nice and set. There we go. There's the 1917.
Where's that napkin that drew?
right. Get your hands off your pants.
That's right. Mickey's over here touching himself.
Said I was drooling. I didn't say from
How
where.
about 36, number 1?
That's what I was getting at. We haven't touched it. This is my.
I saw a 36, number 1 request a few minutes back.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get it. We got it ready for you, buddy.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. FS 101, 1936.
What was that there?
It was we're using subtitles, right? So
All right.
You can always tell the number 1. You got number 1, number 2, number 3. You can always tell the number 1 from the other ones, even if you have no guide next to you. Thank you for stomping across the floor.
Yes, please.
Number 4 is nice. But this one you can see because it has the doubling in trust going to the north. All the way across. It's not that, it's this. It's the scope itself. It's everything here bounces just a little bit. But there we go. There's the doubling on that. See you, Frosty. And there goes another
Later,
beer.
Frostbite.
Another beer. All right. And here we go. 1936. This is number 2, correct? Yes, it is. DDO number 2. This is a later dice date. It doesn't show real sharply the doubling, but
You can
you can still
definitely
see it.
tell.
Yeah, the low
in the
red
date
though.
in the lower part of the this is a 65 plus red,
We'll be
which
cash.
is better than either one of the 2 coins I have.
You have a die 3, don't you? 66, 5, 66.
No, those are both die 2s.
Oh, yeah.
But this one is most notably known for the width and the date. And then this is number 3.
Mhm.
Okay, number 3, most of its doubling shows more in the upper part of the motto than anywhere else, but it does show some doubling in the date, some doubling in liberty. If you know what you're looking at, you can see it looks extra thick. But then in God We Trust is where most of your doubling really shows up.
That was an NGC 66 downgrade to 65.
NGC 66 downgrade to 65 in PCGS.
Yes. All right, so last request. They want 09, the 2 09S over S's or 11Ds.
72 DDO number 1.
No, that was somebody's talking that day.
I just want to get one out and look at it.
Somebody,
There was one at the show today for $900.
72 DDO1. This is an OGH, old green holder, and a 65 red with a cat bane. Double the die,
that one.
and here it is.
There.
This is graded 65 red, folks.
That's 65.
Settled for a 65.
That is one of the best ones.
There it is. Here she
If you don't
comes.
like that, you don't need to be.
And if
Throwing line of work.
you ever run into one of these and want to know whether or not it's real or fake, there is a marker you can use, and it is right here. I can find it here real quick. Oh, let's focus this way. All right, there it is. Really see it. It's a little die scratch between the I and the T. Be united. See it right there. That little die scratch will tell you that you have DDO number 1.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What else we got here?
Oh.
Oh. Here we go. Here's the 1909 S over horizontal S. This one is uncirculated. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Did you have it earlier?
It's at PCGS right now, actually.
It is. Okay.
A D.
And
Eric made one request all night. It's for this
there is your S.
one. There it is.
Your horizontal S is actually, this is the bottom serif. This is the bottom of the mint mark. And then it comes around this way and comes up here. So you can't see a lot of it, but what you can see is right here.
I
These-
cherry picked that.
These
for
show up with
$150.
$150. Wow, and it's an MS64 red brown.
25 years.
Yeah.
That one there is a little bit better.
All right, here's the pretty one. This is the scarce one, and we've got to wait for the screens to come back.
Right.
It is rare.
Very few of these known out there. I do have one that I'm going to be running for sale before too long here, but it's not anywhere near this in grade. Let me get the lighting straightened out first.
That was a SEG 65 brown down.
There's the other 1909 SRPM. Appreciate it, Stonecutter. Thanks for showing up here.
Where everybody out?
Good night, Stonecutter.
Oh, no, I'm sure there's people who'd stay here for another 4 hours, but
Actually,
Alright.
they're watching.
Eric wanted to see this.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
The
heard.
grade.
that's his. He loves
all
this.
right, this is for Eric. This is for Eric. So let's see.
I think he loves the
What do we
grade.
have here?
Which is the first.
What do we have here? 66 red brown. This one is a 1911D RPM in 66 red brown. Probably the finest known of this die, correct?
I think there's a red one, 66 on it. I have to double check.
But was that a politically graded coin, or is that the truth?
Right.
Look at this. There you go.
Other-
That's an RPM, boys and girls.
We
This is the top. And it's the Coppercoin plate one, two of them.
alright.
That's the top. And that,
Let's
second.
we'll do these last few.
That's
All right. And this is
Coppercoin plate.
Coppercoins plate coin, 1911D. This is the FS 501 RPM.
Finest graded.
Finest graded, and it is AU58.
That's just real hard. There's got to be more.
I got to zoom this out some because I keep overdoing the boundaries
That's a very
because I'm zoomed in too far. Let me throw this down just a little bit. Make the lighting a little less hairy. Okay. There's that.
That's back to.
And then there's, what's this one? Did I show this already?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
504.
And four.
And here's number 2. 1911D RPM number 2.
It's a monster right there.
Yes. And last
And this
This
but
is-
not least.
Is this number 3?
Uh-huh.
Is this also what was number 6?
yes.
Okay, 103, 106. This one's not as visible quite as much as the others, but you can see it on the inside of the mint mark there. And you've got doubled serifs, top and bottom. There we go. Make that a little more easily visible.
And flip it over and look at K3.
Flip it over and look at K3 on the
You
reverse.
can find this one. This one is the second reverse, but you can look at any circulated. I've got a whole sheet full of them of RPM
So-
number 3s that you can't tell by the mint mark, but you flip it over and it's got all the reverse diagrams, and it's not on that
Not on this one because it's a second reverse.
second reverse.
Yeah, Dan, if you don't search coins after seeing these, there is something wrong. Or you
Right.
just don't like coins.
Yeah, these are definitely worthy. Now, tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to show you what we have found recently. This is the lifelong work of Dr. Brian Allen. So he is very appreciated for bringing all these coins out of the vault to show us. And we've been sitting here drinking, having a great time looking at coins this evening. And what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go back to the show tomorrow. We're going to continue cherry picking out coins. And we will bring back and show you what we found tomorrow. Tomorrow evening at, what are we going to do, about 7 p.m.?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 p.m.
We'll post
Yeah, we'll create it and post it and put it up a couple hours ahead of time. But I appreciate it, folks. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And we are going to take off now and clean up and have a little bit of a business meeting 4-par party. And
with a fire.
with a fire, we're going to go out and make a fire. Mickey wants a fire. He wants to build a fire.
He's been working hard.
Fire,
That's right. That's right. Mickey wants a fire. All right, so we'll talk to you later.
Good night.